Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that, let's be honest, usually makes executive teams groan: corporate compliance. But we're completely flipping the script here. We're going to look at health, safety, and environmental compliance not as some annoying bureaucratic checklist, but as the ultimate literal shield for your operations. Imagine if compliance wasn't just about dodging fines, but actively engineering a tougher, totally uninterrupted business. That's the exact mindset shift we're diving into today. We are talking about strategic HSE governance. So you might look out at your daily operations and think, hey, everything's humming along fine. But beneath that daily grind, are your current systems actually protecting you? Just think about how one single undocumented process, like maybe a quick shortcut taken on the factory floor or some outdated chemical handling rule, can snowball into a massive workplace hazard. And lurking right behind those little blind spots is the threat of incredibly costly litigation and crippling government penalties. If you're not out there proactively hunting for these hidden risks, your business is, well, totally exposed. The stakes here are absolutely existential.
All right, let's get right into Section 1, the what. Defining HSE governance.
Think of strategic HSE governance as the vital architecture you need to translate all those incredibly complex, constantly shifting regulations into real, actionable corporate processes. Because a strong defense doesn't start with just guessing, it starts with meticulous, rigorous review. We're talking thorough legal compliance reviews, precise regulatory mapping, and building out a fully tailored legal register. And why is this so tough? Because regulations don't just exist in a vacuum. You're dealing with a massive web of overlapping jurisdictions. You've got local municipal codes clashing with state laws, which then have to line up perfectly with strict federal and international environmental standards. Navigating all of that means benchmarking your whole enterprise against the full spectrum of legislation. It's basically taking dense legal jargon and weaving it right into the safety DNA of your daily operations.
Moving right along to Section 2, the how. Let's open up the Proactive Safety Toolkit.
Okay, so we've established the high-level governance, but how do we actually apply this on the ground to secure a business from the inside out? Well, it takes 4 distinct steps working together to systematically unpack and neutralize those vulnerabilities. Step 1 lays the foundation with those deep legal compliance reviews we just talked about. Then, Step 2 deploys advanced risk assessments. This is where the dense industry jargon translates into real-world safety. We're using techniques like HAZID, which broadly flags potential hazards across an entire facility, and HAZOP, which zooms in specifically on operability risks within individual processes or equipment. Basically, actively hunting down vulnerabilities before they trigger an event. Now, Step 3 kicks in if something does go wrong, employing RCA, or root cause analysis, during incident investigations. This means digging way past the immediate mistake to find the underlying systemic failure, so history never ever repeats itself. And finally, Step 4 locks the whole thing down with comprehensive emergency preparedness and response plans, creating a true fail-safe environment. But here's the really crucial takeaway regarding all those tools. Individual risk assessments, job safety analyses, and emergency protocols are practically useless if they're just sitting in silos. I mean, having an amazingly detailed HAZOP study means absolutely nothing if it doesn't directly inform your emergency prep plans. Ultimately, all these separate elements have to be synthesized into the design of one robust, custom-built corporate compliance management system. It integrates every single moving part into one cohesive, impenetrable shield. It ensures the left hand always knows exactly what the right hand is doing when it comes to enterprise-wide safety. Which brings us to Section 3, the why, realizing tangible client benefits.
100%. It's a really bold, definitive promise, isn't it? But it's the exact target of these services. Implementing this elite level of strategic governance is designed to ensure 100% full legal compliance with all labor and environmental laws. It leaves absolutely zero room for ambiguity or legal gray areas. In today's regulatory landscape, a single oversight can halt production for weeks, or trigger millions in fines, or literally shatter a brand's reputation overnight. So aiming for anything less than complete, perfect compliance, that's a gamble leadership simply cannot afford to take.
And the return on investment for a strong governance framework is super stark. By actively minimizing workplace hazards and operational accidents and completely shielding your business from costly litigation and those crippling government penalties, you're protecting vastly more than just your legal standing. You are directly maintaining maximum workforce productivity. There's a totally intrinsic correlation here, right? When workers aren't getting hurt and processes aren't getting shut down by regulators, your operations run flawlessly. A safe, legally sound workforce is an uninterrupted, highly productive workforce. Good compliance at the end of the day is just good, profitable business.
Now for Section 4, Smart Solutions with GVS Advisory.
So, who actually brings this all to life? GVS Advisory focuses specifically on smart compliance solutions. They're the dedicated advisory team that takes the rigorous HSE framework we just explored, the intricate regulatory mapping, the advanced hazard assessments, those deep root cause investigations, and they translate them into a bespoke corporate reality. They are the architects actively building that operational shield, taking these theoretical concepts off the drawing board and plugging them seamlessly into a live, bustling corporate environment requires an incredibly specialized touch, and that is precisely where their specific expertise shines.
Which brings us to our final provocative thought to leave you with. Honestly evaluate your own organization right now. Are your current compliance management systems truly shielding your business? Or are they just ticking administrative boxes? Because if your safety systems are merely gathering dust in a binder somewhere, rather than actively preventing hazards and streamlining your operations, they simply aren't protecting you. If you felt even a second of hesitation answering that, it might just be time to profoundly rethink your safety architecture and seek out robust governance solutions that absolutely guarantee your protection. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this sparked some great ideas on how to better safeguard your enterprise.